posting all December.
After a hectic month.
Oh, I know. December was actually so busy.
We're gonna be grinding it out now.
Try to. We want to. But today we have a mukbang, store related, clothing brand related. We asked you guys on my Instagram, or on your Instagram too, you posted
Both
it,
of
right?
our Instagrams.
We put a Q&A to ask us questions of anything interesting regarding how we run the store, how did we get the store, how we started the brand, how do we work together, blah 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 blah. And we got boba. This is our first time trying this spot.
A waffle.
What is it called? It's called a puffle waffle.
Oh, puffy.
Show them the package.
Puffy. Oh, puffle waffle. Yeah, you're right.
It looks so cute.
Yep, looks nice.
And I guess inside what? It's like vanilla flavor, I think. And it came with some cream cheese.
So this is our first time trying it too. So
yeah, we've never been to this place. We usually always get brown sugar milk tea at boba places. So let's see how this one is. Let's pop the straw. 1, 2. What?
Oh fuck. Taste test. Cheers.
It tastes like milk.
Oh, maybe because it's a milk tea. It's not bad though. You don't like it?
Dude, I don't taste no brown sugar.
You don't? It's just like...
Taste mine. Maybe yours was made better. Let me see. I only taste milk.
Yeah, mine's better.
Yours tastes more like brown sugar.
Give it back. Give it back.
Yours tastes better. Look it. Because
maybe you didn't mix it good.
I mix it so much. Thank you.
Tripping, bro. You tripping.
Because this other boba spot that we always go to is so good. It's like really, really brown.
Well, this one just tastes like milk. Supposedly,
how do you eat this though? Like,
this cream cheese that comes with it is a must.
Oh, that's how you do it? You just pop it off?
I don't know.
Okay, I see. It's like the size of of your finger. This is the dip. I'm scared to try this. Ready? Cheers. I think it would have been better if it was warm.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, because it's kind of not warm right now because we gotta set the camera and everything.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah, this is so good.
It was hot.
This is so good. Okay, so let's get started with the first question.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with questions regarding the brand. So how did you guys start the brand?
Wow, literally just out of the blue moon. This was, when was it? Early COVID, so May of 2020. I actually have a picture of when I initially had the idea to start a brand. I've always wanted to start a brand, and this is kind of when I put my foot down, saying, okay, let's go ahead and run it. May 24th of 2020, I was at home. This was COVID. I think I was at home a lot because they cut my hours at work. She was at Amazon?
I was working at Amazon at
She was working at Amazon at the time. Literally just texted her out of the blue. She'll probably put text messages on screen.
Yeah, I think I literally screenshotted it to save for memories.
I literally just told her, hey, let's start a clothing brand. Something along those lines.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, sure.
Yeah, she was down with it. And within that same 10 minutes, I bought a heat press on Amazon, not even knowingly if I needed the heat press or not. Because nowadays, the way to go about starting a clothing brand, a lot of these brands, they just run through 100% manufacturers that make it for them. We did it.
Which it was just a lot of money in the beginning, but we kind of wanted to like not spend that much and learn how to do it ourselves.
We didn't even really know. I honestly.
Oh yeah, you didn't
at
even
that
know
time.
about
I didn't even know about manufacturers. I literally thought I had to do it myself.
I did. I don't know why, but like I think just on TikTok. Yeah, you did it, huh? But yeah, wait, let me tell my side a little. So yeah, I was working at Amazon and I just randomly get a text. What time was it? At like 9? What time was it?
No, it was probably like around like 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Okay, so it was 8. I was at Amazon. He's like, hey, you want to start a clothing brand? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he was like, okay, I bought the heat press. And I was like, what? And I was like, what? I said, yeah, that he just bought it. And I was like, oh, like I thought we were gonna have like a whole little meeting. Like, okay, what's it gonna be called? What are we doing? What's gonna be our first job? How do we start? Let's do research. That's what I thought we were gonna do first. And then he just tells me that he already bought the first thing. And I'm like, what? Then he texted me like, okay, now you do the research on how to actually do all the rhinestone part side.
So like the picture that she's gonna put on screen, I took that picture because a lot of them were either posters in my room. A lot of things from that picture I kind of correlated into the brand, and that's kind of where the idea sparked.
Yeah, like our first drop was a Mona Lisa drop.
Yeah.
That's how it started, right? Little key story.
Nice little story. So what made you guys want to start a clothing brand? So I think primarily it was me.
Yeah.
Most definitely it was me who wanted to start a
always
brand.
wanted to. Yeah, it was never in my like conscious or nothing.
I had always wanted to, like, years prior to start a
Yeah.
brand when I was in high school. It was something that wasn't as common back then to
Yeah,
like have a
low-key,
clothing brand. Yeah. Even like when we initially started, I can say we're definitely one of the firsts.
Like either
Not
third
the
or
first.
fourth.
We're like definitely like up there on like
Yeah, during
having
that year.
having a
Rhinestone
based clothing brand.
Yeah, like it was barely starting, it was barely popping whenever
Yeah.
we had jumped on it.
So we started manufacturing, doing everything ourselves in May of 2020, end of May to like summer. And at that time we were both still working. She was at Amazon, I was working at like a fast food restaurant.
Bakers.
Yeah, bakers.
Next question. Someone asked, how did you grow your brand? So this is kind of hard because, well, we honestly just, our traffic was just all organic. During the time that we started, we didn't know about Instagram ads, Facebook ads. We didn't know about how exactly to like market it. Because we also didn't even go into the brand having a plan, having a layout,
Yeah.
having no sort of plan. We just thought, okay, if we post on Instagram, eventually people will see it, eventually our brand will grow.
I mean, it did kind of work out like that. So.
Yeah, literally that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you believe it, what's the word? You'll achieve it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, no, but we also sent things out to TikTokers.
Yeah, that was the main way we did get exposure.
Yeah, like
we're
through
sending
TikTok.
we're literally sending out our clothes to like a bunch of influencers,
That's how our stuff was getting like seen.
recognized. And at the time, that's when rhinestones were like at their peak again. That was like the trend. So like we hopped in at like the perfect time.
Yeah, and we were sending it to the right people.
We went through a bunch of trial and error sending it to specific people, so we kind of at the end knew who we needed to send it to, knew like their fan base and who's gonna give us the best exposure.
Yeah.
So we're just sending out so many free pieces.
And we were making a lot of TikToks at that time. Because back then it wasn't that hard to get your TikToks out there as how hard it is now. I feel like the algorithm is so like trash.
Yeah. And
Like-
at the same time too, like clothing brands is becoming a more common thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just so much competition now.
Yeah.
Next question. How are you able to grow your brand to the point of opening up a store?
This is a good question.
Okay, so like how I said, we did jump in at the perfect time to start pushing out our clothes, and we're just pushing out so much volume for those months, and we're able to save up a little chunk of money, kind of just invested it all into the store.
Yeah, literally.
So we had like a very good first year.
Like we didn't save up a lot. We were just like, oh, this is enough
Yeah,
to
basically.
open up, and then we kind of risked it low key.
But we had a very good first year.
It was kind of hard low key to open it up though. Like
A lot of trial and error, a lot of money wasted.
we're not no financial advisors.
All the money that we did save up, we threw it all towards the store, and that's where we're at right now.
I don't know if that kind of answered the question or not. I think so. Hopefully that answered.
Hopefully.
What are your roles to keep the store and the brand steady? So I guess kind of asking what we each do, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, let's take us like a typical day in the store.
To sum it up best, I'm more watching the sales, watching
Yeah, he's like on the floor during
whole
the store.
storefront of the store.
Dealing with all the consignment, all the shoes. If someone puts in an order for a shoe, making sure sales go through. Like,
I'm watching the more overhead of the store.
Yeah.
She's more in the back manufacturing.
yeah, I'm more
Trying
basically
to
just
push
focused on
out
the brand.
online orders, inventory for other stores that we put our clothes in. She's watching more of the behind the scenes. I'm more up front, having to
Because
deal.
I don't like being at the front. I don't like being on the floor. I don't know. I never really liked talking to people. No, that sounds mean. It's because I'm like shy. I don't like.
Yeah, she's shy, so
I don't like. I literally, if you ask me, do you guys have this shoe and it's like a crazy name? I don't know what that is. And then people will always ask like, oh, do you guys have this shoe in this size? I don't know. Like I always have to ask him. It's like I have to ask him questions for everything. But yeah, I also make sure that the store is tidy, clean, the back is all organized. Because I literally don't like to work in mess. If there's this table's full of dust, gross. I'm not working today. No, just kidding. I'll clean it. I just make sure everything's steady, clean, pretty. And I'll focus on the brand.
Basically.
Yeah, just to not get too much.
we
into
automatically
detail.
like know our roles.
Yeah,
basically
once we
going
go in
into
there,
it.
yeah. There's never something to not do. Like there's always something going on. Okay.
Yeah, she'd be yelling at me. to do something.
Bro, because I just don't like it.
I can get on my phone for 30 seconds. She comes out from the back. What are you doing?
Because
there's stuff to be done.
Yes.
I'm like, bro, I just need a little break.
No,
30 seconds.
No. Because you say 3 hours of talking to friends is working. Okay, but yeah, that's kind of our little roles. Next question.
Despite the brand moving more into like store-oriented questions, is it difficult to run both the brand and the store together?
Yes.
I would say most definitely. We do bump heads a little bit, only because she likes to be mean a lot to me.
No, I like to be on our, how do you say, on like, I don't want to say the word shit.
We have different priorities, because I have priorities with the store, she has priorities with the brand, but she thinks her priorities are more important than my priorities, and she gets mad at me.
No.
Yes.
The brand is what actually makes us the money. So it's like I want to focus on what's making us money.
Damn, I think she hit that car.
Stop it, seriously? I don't know if we just witnessed a car crash. So what were we saying?
Is it difficult to both run the brand and the store at the same time? Most definitely, only because we have different priorities.
Well, no, I don't think it's talking about if it's difficult to run it together. Is it difficult to run the store and the brand? Like keeping up with both of them?
Okay.
So you already want to argue, mister.
Is it difficult to run both the brand and the store together?
Okay,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I would say only because there's not enough time in the world to kind of do both.
Wait, can I say something before it goes through my head? So we just told you guys our roles, right? For he's watching the floor while I'm behind with the brand, right? When I'm working on the brand, I'm making pieces, making templates, pressing, packaging, shipping, labeling. So in between that, it's like you also have to remember that you have to make TikToks. You have to remember you have to keep promoting your stuff on Instagram. You have to see like if people are tagging us on their stories, on their Instagram posts, then like we have to make sure we're liking their pictures, reposting them. I don't like being on my phone a lot, so like I'm not keeping up a lot with socials no more. In the beginning we were a lot, but now it's like it's a bunch of work, in real life work, that like we don't have time to be on our socials, focused on our TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, the store is more like a mandatory, like we're open up every day.
We have to be in person present.
Yeah.
You get me?
The brand is like something that's not as big of a priority as the store is. It most definitely is a priority, don't get me wrong, but the store is like mandatory.
We
have to be attentive to it.
Like the brand, we can always take a couple of days off to like not work, and then that will affect us. The store is like, it's like we can't just not open for a whole week.
Yeah.
We can't just not be attentive during the hours that we're open.
Just at the end of the day, there's not enough time.
It's a lot of, we can't be running the store and the brand while making TikToks for both, posting for both, while still taking care of like our socials, like for what we want to do, like YouTube and stuff.
Then at the same time, it's hard to hire someone to try to be working on the brand for us, it's just nobody has the same vision that we do. We're most definitely gonna be more attentive to it this year. We both kind of, I have a plan most definitely in my head that we're gonna kind of execute. This year is our year.
Oh yeah, sister.
Oh gosh.
How do you guys handle arguments or disagreements while working together?
If it's like a major argument, which is like pretty rare for us to have.
We don't really argue.
We might bump heads a little because like we're together all the time. However, we get over it by the end of the day. Like she'll stay in the back, I'll stay in the front. It's like nothing.
If anything, it's little things that are like, oh, why did you let this area get this dirty? Little things like that type. Why haven't you thrown out the trash? Like it's been piled up for days type. Or something dumb like that. Just something dumb, like not that exactly. But
it doesn't happen that often. It does happen here and there though. But for like major arguments, it's only happened like once or twice
like,
to where
if it's something crazy, you know,
I will just go run everything myself.
Yeah.
I'll have someone work with me. I'll run everything myself. That's on like major arguments, just so like we have our space. Yeah.
But then when you know that like after that, okay, we're chilling again.
Yeah, it's pretty rare, but little head bumping, it does happen.
Yeah, because we work together.
Yeah, we get over it by the end of the day though.
That week that we were bumping, okay, there was a week where we were just getting irritated by each other for a whole week. We were getting headaches, remember? I don't know if we were like burnt out, I don't know if that's the word. But we were getting headaches for like a whole week. We were just both getting irritable.
We were both like really irritated
over anything. But like we just weren't able to keep working like that. Like we just knew, like, I don't know, we just kind of knew it was. During that time, was it only like we each had like only one day off a week, right? Because then I remember after that whole week happened, we were like, okay, we need more weeks off. Was I eating anything?
You ate all of it!
Here.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
after that week happened, we decided to take like more days off.
Yeah. Do you guys regret opening up the store? Not really. It most definitely has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
However, at the end of the day,
We don't regret it because it's something we wanted to do.
yeah, most definitely. It most definitely has its pros and cons. However, this is like something.
I guess the only times where we are kind of like, damn, we should have done this, is on the slow months.
Yeah.
But we learned. Everyone goes through those months. Every business goes through those bad months, good months. It was just us experiencing it firsthand. We thought we were doing something wrong. Did we choose a bad mall? Did we
Did we choose a bad location? Is
Yeah.
it how we're running the store? Is it our inventory?
You start blaming
Is
it on yourself. It's also not like we're slacking off to where like
Yeah, it's at the
blame it
it's
on
at the end of the
us.
day. It's just time of the year that
The
just
economy, blah blah blah.
way slower than other times. But
Yeah, that's the only thing that
despite
does bum
that,
us out.
no, we don't
Because
regret
it's
it at
something
all.
we wanted to do, so we wouldn't have known what this was like if we never did it.
Yeah.
We would have regretted not opening it up. You
Yeah.
get me? If we didn't. Oh, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we don't.
Nope.
It's hard sometimes, but we got it. We signed up for this.
Oh yeah, baby.
How did you guys come about opening up the store?
Okay, I'll answer it only because the whole store idea was my idea, most definitely. So we started the brand in May of 2020. Fortunately, I was able to get a job at a resell shop named The Liquor.
And I know these niggas mad as fuck. Bitch, I'm in a trap with CM, we throw it up. Fall, while my niggas.
This was
In Victoria Gardens.
Victoria Gardens Rancho. So this was their third location. This was before they branched out and opened up X amount. Everyone that I was working with, they either had their own clothing brand. They had kind of something going on with them to kind of help build themselves.
Yeah, it was cool. Like,
That's what really got us motivated to push the clothing brand because
Like,
we were
like
lagging
meeting
on it.
everyone else. It was like cool to see them actually doing it.
Then when the liquor's a resale store. It's not a liquor store. So the liquor started franchising. So everyone that I was working with, fortunately, they all started getting their own stores. Most of them.
Yeah.
The ones I was friends with, they all started opening up their own stores. So that's what kind of motivated us to do it as well. However, we wanted to do everything on our own. We wanted our own name. We wanted everything under us. So we branched out, did it ourselves, and that's kind of where the motivation came from because all my peers around me were opening up their own stores.
So it's like kind of like the circle that you're with, like matters a lot.
Basically, yeah.
Like what's that thing that people say like?
Oh, it's
are
like
who you hang with.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
got me to believe that because
Yeah.
we all kind of.
And we were so young too, like thinking that we could do that. But it's
Yeah.
like because everyone around us was young too, and like doing it, we're like, damn, you could really do this. Like, damn, you could really make a living off a clothing brand. Just do it on your own type. So it was kind of cool, you know? And like everyone was young too. Before we had our store, we would get invited to everyone else's
Like
store events.
openings and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Then
Yeah,
they gave us
and it
the
was kind of
opportunity.
cool too. It was kind of cool to be there. They also gave us the opportunity to put our clothes in their stores. This was prior to us having like the store. We just had our brand, and they would help us get our clothes out there. So it was cool, you know. And we wanted to be the people doing that for other people, like for our friends, because it's kind of cool, you know. And I think we did gain following from that too. We did gain people.
Like despite sales, also we're gaining like a little bit of traction.
Yeah, it was cool to see our clothes in store. So we were like, dang, it would be so cool if we had our own store and put our stuff in. Yeah.
Basically. Next question: will you guys keep the store in 2024? That is the plan. Most definitely, we want to. The only thing that's kind of leery about that's like we're like that 1% skeptical. I don't know if it's just California, but there's been so many strings of theft,
Oh my
the
gosh, I forgot
robberies.
about that, yeah.
That's
scary.
the only thing that makes us 1% skeptical, because don't get us wrong, we have been like the victim of it like multiple times. We have different procedures now, I guess you could say, to kind of prevent it. We have prevented it.
Because it's scary. I do not feel safe at the store.
No, yeah, well that's more her, but like
Yeah, yeah, like it's not a safe place. Maybe it's just LA too, but
yeah, we've been hit a few times. After that, we've taken different procedures to kind of prevent it, and we have prevented it multiple times. But yeah, because
And
at
I
the end of
think
the day, when we were getting hit in the beginning of last year of 2023, all of that is basically we're just taking a loss because insurances can't really help. Everyone thinks that we could just file through insurance and get our money back, but it would only make sense if they took a high amount of product. I'm talking about like $10,000 plus. That would be the only thing that makes it worth it. Despite that, if it's not that amount, we're just taking the complete hit. We're paying it out of our pocket.
Okay, but another thing is that it's a drive. Like, I feel like the drive takes up a lot of the time out of our day when we could be working on the van.
Takes a
Because
whole hour and a half.
we have to open up the store at 11. Okay, usually we have someone open now, but let's just say we have to be at the store at 11. It's like I have to wake up at 7, right? To be ready and do all my morning routine, like just do life things, you know, eat breakfast, whatever. To be in the car by like 10, to be at the store by like 11 something. We close the store at 8 or 9 on the weekends, so we be getting home at like 11, latest 11, right? 11:30, depending on if we have to stay over the store to catch up on things. Well, we get home like towards midnight, so like from 7 to midnight, 5 times out of the week. Just the drive kills us.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, the drive is just
But we did agree
painful
to it,
thing,
so we
but-
are dealing with it though. You know, we signed up for it, I guess. We signed up for it. Yeah, that's like another reason. Like, if only there was like a closer mall, but there really kind of isn't.
yeah, in our area at least.
Yeah, we
weren't
tried
thinking
to.
about like moving out there. However, it's just
I don't feel safe there.
yeah, despite not feeling safe in LA,
Like, I don't want to live over there.
despite not feeling safe in LA, the rent out there is pretty insane.
We could get a better place out here for that price. What else? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for
Last
our
question?
last question, was the store what you expected?
I don't think we expected nothing.
It's
like
like
we had
yes,
no expectations.
yes and no.
Yeah.
We opened up at a weird time comparing to everyone else that we knew. So the time we opened up at, that's when kind of the economy was changing, either the resale market, the clothing, everything kind of started changing. So we did have different expectations. However, despite that, it's still going pretty well.
Like, I think the year before we opened, that's when shoes were
At their peak.
like, it was trending type.
It's kind
Everyone wanted
of
shoes,
it's kind of like depending on like what inventory we have. Certain inventory isn't doing so well compared to other inventory, but at the end of the day, it's still doing pretty well. Prior years, it was like phenomenal for other stores. However, they're facing like the same thing right now. It's just
Like,
kind of
that's
like
why
a
we
change.
wanted to open it.
Yeah, it's just
like-
kind of like a change in business, but it's not
still-
doing
it's
bad.
still something.
It's still doing pretty good.
Yeah, and like we kind of went into it like we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
We didn't know that it was gonna take this toll on us. We didn't know how much actually went into it. But it's kind of fun. Like, we were taking the risk to like, damn, let's do this.
Going into it, we had no idea what we were doing either.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But like, it's working.
But we didn't have too many expectations.
Yeah, like we didn't really have a plan going into it, so it's like we're still learning kind of how to run it more properly, just to keep the brand and the store steady. We're still learning how to like manage everything.
Basically.
So yeah, those are all the questions.
So guys, that concludes this
Yes.
little
Store clothing line Q&A.
slash mukbang, if
I
you want
know.
to call it a mukbang. I don't know. Yeah, we just got boba and a freaking waffle.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year's. Most definitely.
You'll be seeing us more often.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Most definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That'll be it. See you guys next time.
Bye. We're gonna go make out right now. Alright, toodles.